All right. It's the last Monday night of the year for us.
Yes, that's
Next
right.
Monday night doesn't count as Monday night because it's Christmas. It's just different day.
That's right.
Right. But tonight on our show, we've got like over 30 demos that were sent in to us.
Oh, yeah. The specimen cup definitely
Runneth over.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting hour and a half as we go through everybody's demo that was sent in, and we're going to look at that and listen to them and deal with the audio quality.
And you know what? Just to keep it interesting, if you've got tech questions throughout, just send them into the chat room. We'll be happy to answer things as they come up.
Absolutely. All right, coming up now on Voiceover Body Shop. Don't go away.
Two men, twin sons from different mothers, with a passion for voiceover recording technology and the desire to make recording easy for voice actors everywhere. Together in one place. George Whittam, the home studio engineer to the stars, a Virginia Tech grad with an unmatched knowledge of all the latest gear and technology in voiceover today. Dan Leonard, the home studio master, a voice actor with over 30 years experience in broadcasting and recording, and a no-holds-barred, myth-busting attitude for teaching you how easy it is. Together, to bring you all the latest technology. Today's voiceover superstars, and leading the discussion on how to make the most of your voiceover business. This is Voiceover Body Shop.
Voiceover Body Shop is brought to you by VoiceOverEssentials.com, home of Harlan Hogan signature products. Source Elements, makers of Source Connect, Source Connect Pro, and Source Connect Now. VO2GoGo.com, everything you need to become a successful voice artist. VoiceOver Extra, your daily resource for VO success. The VO Dojo, take your voiceover career all the way. J. Michael Collins Demos, when quality matters. And by VoiceActorWebsites.com, where your voice actor website shouldn't be a pain in the butt.
And now, live from their super secret multimedia studio in Sherman Oaks, California, here are George Whittam and Dan Leonard.
Good evening and happy holidays, and welcome to Voiceover Body Shop. I'm Dan Leonard.
And I'm George Whittam.
And this is Voiceover
Body Shop.
or VOBS.
That was the whole room yelling. No, it was just us. Yeah, there's nobody here. It's just us tonight.
It's quiet in here tonight.
It is.
Usually it's a party. It's a weekly poker game we have in here, and this week there's nobody.
I had to rely on an iced coffee to get my energy level up tonight.
Yeah, no beer from Jack. Even Jack Daniel isn't here tonight.
That's right. There's a lot of parties going on this time.
Right.
How many have you been to in the last week, Dan?
3.
That's pretty good in a week.
2 in one night. So yes. And tonight is the 7th night of Hanukkah, so I can actually start to light some of the candles here.
Let's see. How's that look?
Well, let's see here. This app really is not very good.
I'm so glad we're dedicating valuable airtime to your lame Hanukkah app.
It's Hanukkah. It's the 7th night. You know, it's like, let's go light the menorah and eat some latkes, and I've been doing that for the last couple of days. So
warm your hand over the fire.
That is true. Tonight on our show, we're going to do the usual, stuff that we need to do, but we're going to spend the majority of the time going over people's demos, and a lot of demos were sent in, and in different genres, male, female, narration, commercial, a lot of male commercial ones, a couple promos, a couple of character demos, and we're going to talk about those and evaluate their audio quality.
That's right. We're concerned about things like plosives. Actually, should we show them the rules, or should we do the news first?
We'll do the news first, and then we'll give them the rules after the break.
But we do also want to pepper in some of your tech questions as well. We don't want it to be all demo analysis, so if you do have tech questions for us, do put them in the chat room. And Paul Stefano tonight is helping us out.
Yes, he
is.
With
the chat room. Thanks,
I see him actually sitting in there.
What a guy.
Now. All right. So with all that done, it's now time for...
And now, the VoiceOver Extra VOBS News, the latest and most comprehensive voiceover industry news. Brought to you live.
Alrighty, for December 18th, it's the VoiceOver Extra News. Turning the corner. You know, this time of year, between the rushing around and parties, our minds can slip into wondering what next year will be like for our voiceover career. And this can, and probably should, lead to the inevitable New Year's resolutions, the things we think will finally boost our career to the next level. But what should those resolutions actually be?
Tomorrow on VoiceOver Extra, longtime VO Pro Paul Strigordo reveals what made him feel that he really had moved on from doing just okay in VO to doing quite all right. Paul begins his story with all the reasons we might not like a voiceover career, like solitude, marketing that never quits, and, well, you get the picture. On top of that, Paul says voiceover won't put a Lamborghini in the driveway.
No, but I got a Mustang in mind right now. So, you gotta love it. But beyond that, what will accelerate a voiceover career? Now, Paul says it has little to do with things like an expensive microphone, agents, or who you know in this biz, and we say that too. Rather, Paul says his career took off when he recognized the power of cause and effect.
In other words, he says, my preference is to be at the cause side of the equation rather than at the effect. It boils down to this, he adds. I see myself as the prime instigator. I rehearsed that.
Yeah.
I choose to be proactive instead of reactive. It's like the difference of being in the driver's seat or the passenger. Paul's specific advice is that it's up to each of us to be responsible for our results, to take risks, to do the hard work.
Now, Paul concludes that the moment he decided to take charge of his career and be at cause was a turning point in his life. So, if you agree, take some time in the next few days to write out a resolution that will make you the cause of a spectacular 2018. Alrighty, and look for this article and hundreds more at voiceoverextra.com, your daily resource for voiceover success.
Lovely.
Yes, indeed. That was an interesting wipe.
Have some fun once in a while.
I'm going to try that. We've got, Paul says, got to write resolutions. I try to do it every year, and, changing your career, you just got to do it. How do you make a change in your life? You make a change.
How have you ever, it's probably not the time yet where you've actually given that any thought, but is there one thing that pops right into mind that you might want to do differently next year? Putting you on the spot? Yeah,
well, I mean, I did a lot of things right this year.
Good.
And things really started to pick up. One of them was stop doing the things that don't make me money.
Okay, yeah. Well, changing the way you spend your time then.
At least, time usage is essential. And I think people need to learn to use time better. My wife is consistently telling me, you're very bad at time management.
Okay.
When you're doing a bunch of different things, it gets all messed up. So,
is there a technique you're using to do better with your time? Are you using any tools, or are you just being more mindful?
I learned the N word.
Oh, that's a big one.
The no word.
The no word.
And
that's a biggie.
It's like,
that is a biggie.
I'm not available.
Yeah.
I got other stuff to do.
Isn't it amazing how the more you sometimes say no to maybe to the right things, saying no, well, maybe to the wrong things. Saying no to the wrong things makes room for the right things.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, more right things start to come in.
And once all the right things come in, you don't have time for the other things. So what you do is it just is a self-fulfilling good prophecy.
But when you do have the time when things start to slow down again, do you find yourself saying yes to all that stuff, or do you find yourself doing other things to bring in more of the right stuff?
Yeah, I tend to go back to the old stuff. Go build an airplane or something like that. That's what I usually do.
Well, I mean, you do have to rest your brain from time to time.
Yeah. Well, my brain's totally rested after Hawaii, so
that's
it's
good.
like...
No, you do have to find some time to be down. And I don't really have any amazing tech news. There's not a lot of new tech news that comes out around the holidays.
No, it's all under the tree.
Yeah, exactly. It's all consumer tech stuff right now. That's big. I did have a little weakness And I did get an Echo, Amazon Echo Dot thing.
I don't know that answer.
Which is kind of fun. It's fun. There's a lot of things it doesn't know. I have to admit it does. Today I programmed it to control my Roku.
Okay.
So I say, and I renamed mine to computer. So I say, computer, I have to say, computer, have quick remote, start Roku. So you have to tell the computer to tell the other thing to do a third thing.
Yeah.
Now, the whole thing about using that thing is learning all the vernacular that it needs to know to do things. It's, once it's been programmed, it's pretty good. It responds really fast.
Yeah. I love when Alexa answers to an Alexa commercial. Alexa, what?
Yeah, am I the only one that finds that ironic that they're saying Alexa in a commercial? And of course, what's it going to do? It's going to respond. Yeah, that's why I immediately.
It says, sorry, I don't know that.
As soon as I found out it had 4 possible names, and one of them was, there was Echo and Alexa. Sorry, everybody has, but the last one was computer. And I was like, you know what? People don't say that word as much as they used to.
Only on Star Trek.
Right. So computer. I called it computer. And if mine's listening at home right now, no, it's not. It's not listening to this show. Well, maybe it is. It's not that smart. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of a cool gadget. It really is a gadget. It's a $29 audio-only alarm clock is what it is right now.
And probably can be used as a hockey puck as well.
If I get really angry at it, it would make a good hockey puck. The good thing is if you're in any way concerned that it's listening to you, you can just simply unplug it. It doesn't have a battery.
Right.
So if you're one of those folks that's really concerned about what's listening in, yank the power cord, it's dead. It's dead as a doornail.
Yeah. All they're going to hear in my place is Mercy and I watching The Crown. That's all that goes on in that room.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to start hammering down on these demos, because that's why you all came here. You don't want to hear us just shooting the poop here. All right. We'll be right back here on Voiceover Body Shop. Don't go away.
All right, so this is a bumper. I should have had audio up for a bumper. Where's my audio? Where's my audio? Where's my audio? Oh, I put it on another layer. That was a dumb place to put it. Now I can't find it.
Every Monday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
Voiceover Body Shop. I love when they talk BS about VO.
Thanks for joining us once again for another episode of Voiceover Body Shop.
Learn the latest in voiceover technology,
Business,
and good old-fashioned acting.
Hey, Paul, I really like your suit. Where did you get it? It looks good on you.
This is VOBS.
You know, the one voiceover question no one wants to talk about is, what's your booking rate? And the reason is, no one books as much as they want. You audition all the time, and your booking rate is never high enough, and you have no clue what to do about it. I've got some great news. Well, let me go to this piece of copy first, because that one's not exactly the right copy here, because the actual copy says this. It says, this time of year between rushing around and parties, no, that's the other one. It's this one here. Okay. Will 2018 be the year you take your voiceover practice to the next level? Well, if not, you can go back to checking your mail while this message is airing, and I think there's also some pizza left over in the fridge. So, anyway, but if you're serious about dramatically upping your level of success, I want you to go to a special URL. Maybe the URL is still in there somewhere. It is vo2gogo.com/ VOBS. That's vo2gogo.com / VOBS. Join the hundreds of VO practitioners around the world who have decided to do something positive and invest in themselves for this new year. Learn VO from the ground up, or from where you are to where you want to be. That's vo2gogo.com / thank you, VOBS. Let's make 2018 your year. Voice actor website.
As a voice talent, you have to have a website. But what a hassle getting someone to do it for you. And when they finally do, they break or don't look right on mobile devices. They're not built for marketing and SEO. They're expensive. You have limited or no control. And it takes forever to get one built and go live. So what's the best way to get you online in no time? Go to voiceactorwebsites.com. Like our name implies, voiceactorwebsites.com just does websites for voice actors. We believe in creating fast, mobile-friendly, responsive, highly functional designs that are easy to read and easy to use. You have full control. No need to hire someone every time you want to make a change. And our upfront pricing means you know exactly what your costs are ahead of time. You can get your VoiceOver website going for as little as $700. So if you want your voice actor website without the hassle of complexity and dealing with too many options, go to voiceactorwebsites.com, where your VO website shouldn't be a pain in the you-know-what.
And we're back on VoiceOver Body Shop. You know, first off, we have to remind people, this show started and our philosophy was complete, utter, shameless promotion.
Right.
That's why we're here.
Starting with our own promotion.
Our own promotion, which is our own businesses.
Yeah.
And you come here every week because you want to learn stuff about home voiceover studios. Yes, it's a niche little subject matter, but we're the only two guys that know anything complete about it.
And you want to learn it for free.
And you absolutely,
which is great. That's what's wonderful about this medium.
Right.
We can do that,
and we give you enough too that gets you going. But if you need help with your home studio, or if you're really lost on the equipment, or if you're having a technical issue, here's two guys, this one and this one, that you can actually contact and actually do all sorts of stuff for.
That's right.
Like, what do you do, and how can they get a hold of you, Mr. Whittam?
Well, you can find me over at georgethe.tech. Or for those that find that confusing, it's georgethetech.com. And I can help you by creating audio processing for you, analyzing your audio, setting up your studio, designing it, anything in between. I can help you out. And you can book my services through my automated scheduling system right over there at georgethetech.com.
All righty. And if you need to get a hold of me, all you have to do is go over to homevoiceoverstudio.com. There it is, right there. Mm-hmm. And click on into that website. I've got a number of links in there, including, setting up a session with me, or you can drop off your audio for some free analysis.
That's right.
And all you have to do is click on the Specimen Collection Cup, and I will get back to you, and we will discuss.
Proceed.
What's going on with your audio. Yeah. All right. It's now time for what we really want to do today, which is go over all of these demos that were submitted to us.
Should we run the Dollview spot one last time?
Absolutely.
Last one for the year.
Dollview 2017.
Yeah,
last one of the year.
I got a lot of video to create over the break here. Now it's Dollview 2018. Yeah, well, we've been using it for almost 2 years. That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Here are the rules.
All right, let's put the rules up there.
Okay. All right. The rules for tonight's analysis. 1, no names.
Mm-hmm.
These are all numerical.
Right.
These are completely anonymous. Mm-hmm. If you recognize somebody's voice, that's okay.
Sure.
But we're not going to mention any names.
Mm-hmm.
2, no producers' names. We are not going to mention who the producers are. There are a ton, I mean literally a ton, of producers out there right now producing demos. Everybody who thinks they know how to produce demos is producing demos.
Right.
Some are much better than others. Some of them are really expensive. And what do you get if you're paying a lot to do that?
Sure.
And so that sort of falls into it. Number 3, no judgment on your voiceover vocal skill. We are not going to say, this guy really sucks. Why does he even have a demo? We're not going to do that.
No, of course not.
You can judge that for yourself. However, formatting, in other words, is it stereo, mono, how it's, is the everything right on how you present it right? And what's the order of the spots on it? Or the cuts on it?
That's a good one to think about.
Because sometimes the contrast is wrong or somebody just is doing the same thing with a different music bed or something along those lines.
If it's too redundant, like if by the third spot you're like, oh, it sounds like another of the same thing.
That's
We're gonna
right.
comment on that.
Right. And we may comment on plosives, bad mixes, genre-specific mistakes.
I am probably more prone to want to talk about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm most knowledgeable about. If I hear something that's mastered too hot or it's just too loud or too this or too that, I'm more likely going to be the one that mentions that.
All right. So with that all said, let's get ourselves underway here.
All right. So how do we do this?
This is female commercial demo number 1.
Okay.
And we will listen to the entire thing.
Okay.
So here we go.
It's where a road becomes a trip. It's love, and there's a new place where it begins. Subaru, a car you can love, from a dealer you can love. I escape the stresses of everyday life with Senses, a collection of fun puzzle games that challenge and engage the mind.
Just what the world needs. Another cleaning product. New Greenworks natural all-purpose cleaner from Clorox. It's made from plants. One day, all babies will be born healthy, but we'll have to walk to get there. Help us give every baby a healthy start by signing up at marchforbabies.org.
2 double mocha lattes?
I only ordered one.
Oh, okay. Irish castles aren't just for looking. Many are for lodging. For a free Ireland vacation kit and travel planner, call us at 1-800-SHAMROCK.
Where smart meets swank. The all-new Chevy Malibu Land O'Lakes butter has been making recipes treasured for over 85 years.
Escape the world around you. Rated E for everyone.
That's
okay.
A dynamite demo.
I'd say that is a really good one to start with because it's a good example of, I think, what to do right.
A good baseline. And just looking at the waveform here, I mean, if you look at this, there's lots of dynamics to it. It's not heavily compressed.
Right. And you'll notice that you can visually see from cut to cut. Here's one, another one, that they have different dynamic ranges from cut to cut. This one's, a bit more limited and squashed. This one's a little bit not. So they sound like they were produced in different times and different places.
Which is what the effect you're trying to go for.
No, I mean, one thing they talk about is switching mics, but that doesn't probably make as big a difference in the end. It's how it's processed, mixed, and all that really you can hear the difference.
Right.
Of.
And those were well picked for her.
Yeah, none of them were too long. The pacing was good. The variety was good. Yeah. So I got no complaints about that one. Let's use that one as kind of our baseline.
All right. Here's the next one. This is female number 2.
Looks like that refrigerator can easily wait to be cleaned. And the messy closet? No sense rushing into that. Today, you're first on the to-do list. Sweet dreams, skin. While you rest, the science of beauty sleep is fast at work, so you can wake up to younger-looking skin. At American Family Insurance, customers always come first. And we prove it by offering more than a dozen ways to save our customers money. I've been living with joint pain for so long, it's like a part of me. What I'd really love is to tell my joint pain to go take a hike. When the soft top recedes and fresh air rushes from 0 to 60, you know you've entered the moment. All that's left to do is revel in the present. The BMW 6 Series. Friends enter and leave our lives. The impressions they make on our hearts stay with us forever. Hallmark. Show them how you care.
Okay.
All right.
The pacing seemed good. Just when I was thinking the middle was getting a little slightly dragging, then the next cut came in.
Yeah, it was a little slow. It was a little at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Her voice is a tad muffled.
Looks like that refrigerator can easily wait to be cleaned.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think the way it was EQ'd, it was a little bit too much low mid. Mm-hmm. It's mud.
Right.
A little too
you don't
much
want mud on a demo. You gotta.
Yeah.
It's gotta grab somebody right by the gorgle the first 5 seconds.
It's not a bad cut, but maybe move it somewhere else in the sequence, or at least remix the EQ on the voice track.
Yeah, that's one of the fun things I do when people send me their demos. I'm like, it's all out of. Let's change the order. Let's change the contrasting parts. And it just changes the way that, the demo is.
That's a way you can re-contrast your own demo, right? Change the sequence.
Absolutely.
That's something that you can do yourself.
Right. And think about if you're auditioning for something specific and they want your commercial demo, you can adjust it and do that.
Yeah. I don't know if this is germane at all, but I thought it might be interesting to also see what the average volume is of each demo.
Okay.
So we can kind of get an idea. If you open up, go to View, or no, I'm sorry, Window.
Window.
Go to Window and go down to Amplitude Statistics, very near the top, actually.
Right there. Okay.
And that's going to squeeze itself in on the right, I think. Let's see,
over
where
here.
did it go?
It's up here.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We don't have to see it on screen. We can just say what it is.
Okay.
And then click Scan.
Scan. All right.
And then click on that one.
Oh,
there we go.
the histogram.
It's a little bit too small to see the whole window. You know what I'm going to do?
Mhm.
I think we're going to have to squeeze it.
That way?
There
Okay.
we go.
Okay.
Now we can, because what I want to see is, I'm used to it being a much bigger window.
Okay.
Can we see?
We can undock it and put it in
Maybe
the middle there.
undock it.
Let's see. Where's the undock on this thing?
You know what? Drag Amplitude Statistics over to this side of this window.
Here it is.
Try that. There we go. Undock.
panel. Boom. All right.
Cool. Now drag it behind us a little bit.
And there it is.
All right. They give you a crap ton of amplitude statistics in this window, but what we really care about is the average RMS.
Okay.
Which, if I drag it over here, why is it jumping all over the
I
heck?
don't know.
The place. That's strange. Okay. Go
Close
figure
enough.
that. Anyway, you can see the amplitude statistics is in the gray line right there. So that one averaged out about -20. Okay. I'm not judging whether that's high or low. I really have no idea. But this is really out of curiosity to me. What are demos averaging out at in volume?
Mm-hmm.
And that just happens to be right around where audiobooks tend to be mastered at. So anyway,
Interesting. But
food
not-
for thought.
But not, yeah, just minimize that.
Should we do that?
Just minimize
it?
it. There you go. We can call on that at any time.
Perfect. All right. Sorry to distract, but I
Right.
was curious about
Okay.
that.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I mean, it's dynamic. It's not heavily compressed. That sort of thing. Okay. Let's go to
Number three,
which is this is a little different because this is a young child.
Awesome.
At Chuck E. Cheese's, every kid is a winner. You can win tokens, tickets, and a turn in the Ticket Blaster. Whoa! Grandpa, did they have golf carts when you were a kid?
Oh, we just walked the courses.
Didn't you get tired?
Nah, we just love being outside.
Yeah, I like that too. At Whole Foods Market, they believe in food that is naturally beautiful and fresh, delicious and powerful. Whole Foods Market. Where do you go for magical adventure? Walt Disney World, of course. Discover unforgettable magic. Friends don't bully. I know kids who spread rumors. Katie has the cooties. Pass it on.
Okay. I'm going to cut these off in a minute.
We're cutting it because, we reached a minute and there's another 35 seconds to go, which is a little too long.
Keep them on a commercial demo. You go over a minute, and the chances are they haven't even gone that far.
They rarely. If they get to the end of your demo, you're probably hired, right? Because I mean, they love what they're hearing.
Right.
It's a little bit long, and just be more choosy.
Right.
I think there's a tendency that you pay to have all these spots written and produced, and you might want to just try to use them all.
Right. What they did here that was interesting, though, is that as a child, you're not going to have a child reading copy so much. A child is going to sound like they're playing and that sort of thing. And they did have her a little bit more off mic, which was kind of cool.
Okay, yeah.
But it's also very quiet. And
the overall mastering of that spot is kind of low. If you open up the statistics window again, you minimized over there, and click scan.
No, that's not it. Where did it go? No, that's the same thing.
It's the one that's right above it.
That one there? Oh, there it is.
Click
Okay.
scan.
Get that in there. Scan.
And we're looking at what's in the gray bar there. Now you can see it. Look at that. It only averaged about -27, -28.
That's a little low.
Much too low for a demo.
Absolutely.
A demo needs to grab attention. So the mix of it, I think, is okay. The mix of the voice with the music and the effects. The voice never seemed to get lost, right? Like you could always clearly hear the voice above the mix. Just the overall level is low. So I would take that demo if it was mine, and I would load it into a hard limiter. I would use hard limiter personally, and I would set the amplitude at minus, maybe set the max at -1, or somewhere around there. You go all the way to 0 in a demo? Probably, huh?
You could, I suppose.
And then I would set the input boost at like 6 or 7 or something.
We'll go to -1 just for you. Okay.
Kick the input boost up by like 6. Put 6 for that number right there. Hit just 6, enter.
Okay. And
you gotta hit, there you go. Enter.
Apply. And how does that change that? Boom.
Okay, hotter level, and let's scan it again.
At Chuck E. Cheese's, every kid is a winner.
And you can hear it now.
Immediately grabs your attention better. It's not too hot. If we analyze it again, it's going to be coming in at, let's see here.
Down below that. That one there. There we go.
Scan. We're going to go from -28 to, I'm going to guess about -24. -22. -21.9. So we, just by applying a hard limiter and nothing else, we made a very quick and easy fix.
Right.
So, but overall, good spot.
Right. No, great. No, but demos need to be loud enough.
Too long, too quiet.
Okay. Female, another young child. Now this one's a little bit different.
Me will become me. Organic, stony field, yogurt. We are food for real. Mom, I want to thank you for raising me. But you're not just raising me, you are making me. The things you feed me will become me. Organic, stony field, yogurt. We are food for real me. Welcome to a place of learning and imagination. A place of wonder, exploration, and fun. Isn't that what childhood is all about? Play School, a proud supporter of PBS Kids. My dad used to send my mommy and I text messages. Look at these pretty flowers.
Well, nice try on this one, but it's too loud. This is the exact opposite of the last one,
which is kind of they're both children actors, but they're mastered very differently. Yeah, this one is an example of, and I hope this reads over our mix because our show is going through some processing too, but we can hear the distortion in the room.
Yeah,
I mean it is mastered and limited so hard that you actually are getting clipping. I can hear distortion in the mix. So that is not a good sign. Now, from an actual technical standpoint, we're probably going to be at like -12 is my guess. Oh, no, -17. So that's interesting, right? It sounds hot and clippy and distorted, but overall it's not that high. It's not crazy high. So and that's because the second half isn't mastered like the first half.
And so you don't want to do that anyway. It's got to be consistent all the way through.
Consistent all the way through. Right. Other than that, the mix was fine. The pacing, I think, was okay.
Yeah. Couldn't hear her voice that well.
There was some... She sounds very young.
Yeah.
There's definitely some diction issues where some of the words don't quite read.
Right.
But it's a good start. I mean, it sounds like a first demo to me.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a really good start. Lengthwise, it comes in at just about a minute, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it stops at a minute.
Okay.
So you're okay there.
All right. Here's another one. Look, it's amazing to look at these different waveforms.
Isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, this one is compressed.
I'm going to say it looks okay. Let's see what it sounds like.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
Right now at Homebase, there's buy one, get one free on all 2.5 litre tins of Crown Standard Coloured Emulsion. Homebase. Make your house your home. Cheapest item free. At House of Fraser, you'll find up to 50% off many items. House of Fraser sale starts tomorrow. Aldi's recipe for a perfect summer cocktail. Add frozen raspberries to a jug of ice, followed by Austin's summer drink, then add pomegranate juice. Aldi. Spend a little, live a lot. Who will you race for? Take part in Race for Life this summer to raise money for Cancer Research UK, and you'll help save lives. It's non-stop in my house with our friends, the kids, but I'm relaxed thanks to my new Airwick Freshmatic Eye Motion, the only air freshener to release regular bursts of fragrance. New Freshmatic Eye Motion. Airwick. It's good to be home. You'd think you'd wake in a house fire. You'd smell the smoke and get out. Think again. Don't drown in toxic smoke. Fire kills. You can prevent it. It is Mallorca. It is Menorca. It is Ibiza. It is 3 nights free if you book now. Don't just book it.
All right. See, now I just take
a bonus spot.
Yeah, it's a bonus spot. I just take that out and, you know, I mean, it's a great spot. I might put it somewhere else,
fine,
but yeah, but it's fascinating, you know, and it's much quieter on you know, on this far end here.
Yeah, there was somebody mentioned, does it have to be consistent? I guess he's referring to volume. I don't know.
On a demo?
I mean, yeah. It shouldn't be, everything shouldn't be exactly the same full blast volume constantly all the way across. Because I think that can be, I don't know, maybe a little fatiguing perhaps. But
it goes over a minute, you're already fatiguing people. But
exactly.
But I mean, she's got a great voice, and it you know, and it's fairly consistent throughout. So the order of this thing seemed to be okay.
The spot sounds well mixed. Yep. By the way, this is for everybody keeping score. This is number 5.
Right.
But the spot seems well mixed. The voice always seems to read over top of everything else. The voice never gets muddy.
Right.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it was very clear. Everything was very clearly heard in the mix the whole time.
Right.
So I'm pretty happy with that one.
Okay. Next one. Different type of standard.
Okay.
Because you know, if you're not American, they always seem to do stuff a little bit more intensely.
Just because it's a production style of different cultures.
Exactly.
Different countries. Okay, so there's a different country, different production style.
See what you think.
Como diseñadora de imagen, confío mi sonrisa a Colgate Simple White y dura hasta por 6 meses. ¿Cómo sabes cuando tu sartén llega a la temperatura perfecta? Tefal creó Thermospot. Cuando Thermospot se vuelve rojo uniforme, te indica que se encuentra en el punto exacto para empezar a cocinar. ¿Y a ti, te falta Tefal? En la primavera, la naturaleza es más suave, más fragante. Suavitel le da a los que amas toda la fragancia y suavidad de la primavera. Con Suavitel esencia de lilas, envuélvelos con tu amor. Megabichos. Una película con megabichos, protagonizada por insectos de verdad, como nunca antes los habías visto. Megabichos, ahora en el espectacular sistema en tercera dimensión. Solo en IMAX 3D, en la megapantalla de Papalote Museo del Niño, donde ahora más que nunca, vives las imágenes.
To Verizon Wireless now y aprovecha los Red Hat Deal Days.
Red Hat Deal Days.
Sí, gratis. Los Verizon Wireless.
Verizon Wireless. It's the network.
Okay.
I think I see why they put that in, but the problem is it throws you off guard because who's the guy?
Never throw somebody else's voice in your VO demo.
Especially if their voice is far more prominent in the mix than yours.
Right.
They put a phone effect on her voice, and she sounded very distant.
It didn't sound like a phone.
Yeah, it was not the greatest. That one I would probably lose.
I just edit that one out, and but it's also running 135.
Right. So there's another 3 or 4 cuts after that we're not even going to get to. Overall, I think the production's fine. Let's check the scan on that one and see what it comes in at. I'm going to guess like -15.
All right.
See where we come in at.
-13.74.
Oh, pretty hot, right?
Yeah.
But it's hot in terms of its mix, but it doesn't sound overmodulated, right?
No,
it doesn't
not
sound
at any
distorted
point.
or clipped.
No, it's limited right at 0.
Yeah. So, you know, I think whoever did the mix on that did a tasteful job. Is it a little hotter sounding overall than I might like? Yeah, maybe. I mean, this sounds to me like radio. It's a radio demo. Radio.
Those are radio.
This sounds like radio commercials to me. The way they're produced, the way they're
those wouldn't be for TV.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So stuff that's for radio, you're going to produce a little differently. You're going to mix a little hotter. Overall levels are going to be higher because they need to grab your attention while you're driving, you know, down the 405 watching a forest fire. You want to make sure that you can hear
going 2 miles an hour.
Exactly, everything that's in the mix. So that makes sense for a radio spot. That would not make sense for a commercial TV spot, probably.
No. Okay. All right. Last one amongst the female commercial spots. And let's give this one runs a minute, so let's give it a listen.
I will embrace change. Everything life throws my way, except for frown lines. Those I'm throwing back. Seems to be a human energy crisis going on. Power up with the good energy of Quaker Real Medleys. It's Bare Aspirin plus a special pain relief booster to relieve sore backs and soothe aching muscles fast. Psst. Hey you, remember me? Your lunch hour? We need to talk. I understand you're time-starved with a full plate, but wolfing down last night's takeout desk side does not count as quality time with me. Total Effects from Olay. Your best, beautiful. I have a cold with this annoying runny nose. I better take something. Wait, Dayquil doesn't treat all that. Ruby Tuesday has these new sit-down lunch combos served at to-go speeds, leaving plenty of time for, say, I don't know, catching up. New lunch combos from Ruby Tuesday. Voila!
Some of the segments are longer than others.
Okay.
And sometimes it's not necessary to carry through the thought. It's, what is that vocal style? What is this vocal style? What is this vocal style?
True.
And with that, sometimes it'll drag it out. If you take it too long, you lose somebody.
Yeah, they're not. People aren't as concerned about completing the message.
Right.
They're just wanting to get an example of your style on that read. Right.
Now, this is mixed at about the same and mastered at the same level as the last one.
It looks like it is,
but it was a lot cleaner. No,
I think
I had nothing to do with the language or anything like that.
No,
but she was farther off mic too, and the mic technique on this was excellent.
Yeah.
So that's,
no, I think this was a really good mix, good production. You know, a term that came out of our last demo analysis is the term of being familiar, and it sounds familiar. The spots sound like you may have just heard them on the air, on the radio. So, you know, and I being Mr. Completist, I want to see, but I think it's probably about the same, minus 15.
Minus 13.64.
Almost exactly the same as the last one.
No one knows it like Mr. Whittam.
I'd say that's kind of the top of the scale of your mastering levels. I wouldn't go much higher than that.
Okay. We got three more. I
women.
Yes, three more women's spots here. So let's check this out.
I will embrace change.
That's the same one, isn't
life throws my way, except for Frownline.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Okay.
All right, we'll go to number 9 here then. All right, now, this one's in mono.
This one's in mono. Okay, we didn't even talk about that yet, but this is the first time we've seen a
New
mono.
personality test.
Okay, boom. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Okay.
Coming in March, the all-new season of Call the Midwife, only on PBS.
Simply type in a name and let Ancestry guide you through the world's largest online collection of family history records.
Rocky Mountain PBS has always given great focus to our youngest viewers, and that heritage of education continues this fall. Number 7 Makeup, the UK's best-selling beauty brand, is now available at Walgreens and Duane Reade in New York.
You have greeted the customer and determined what their need is. Where are you in the service and sales call flow?
What's your type? Take Match.com's new personality test today and discover the person you're meant to be with. It's free and only at Match.com.
In prime time, adults will see many favorite programs returning, like Antiques Roadshow. This Emmy Award-winning show is part adventure, part history lesson, and part treasure hunt. Did you know that companies with engaged employees outperform other companies without engaged employees by 202%? Shareholder return is 19% higher when employees are engaged.
All right, a couple of things to mention on that one. It's mono. Does it matter? I don't know. I like listen. I listen in headphones a lot. I hear stereo. I like the stereo production sound, the way it sounds. To me, it's exciting to hear it that way. It's the way it would be mixed for radio, now probably television. So I would probably want my demo to be, you know, the version people hear also be in stereo.
Generally, yeah, it's always both way. If you send in an audition without any production, that should be in mono.
Right.
Demos should be in stereo.
It's the production that's in stereo. It's all the music
exactly.
and stuff. Now, pacing-wise, I thought overall it was good until the last 2 spots. Those 2 seemed to go maybe twice as long as they needed to be. Right. They could have. You don't need to finish the thought. Maybe you could end the thought and just go to the next cut.
Yeah.
But and variety. Right. It certainly had tons of variety. So obviously showing off the range.
But there was one section in there that was.
Where are you in the service and sales call flow?
What's your type?
See, now it was over. The digital compression was wrong. That one was inserted in there later on,
so
and that can be a distraction.
Thought that sounded a little. It just didn't seem to flow. Is that what you're saying? Like because of the production of it, it seemed.
Have greeted the customer and determined what their need is. Where are you in the service and sales?
You can hear it right there.
Yeah,
it wasn't the same as the rest of them.
Really heavily squashed with limiting and stuff. So maybe change the order of it or drop that one out of there possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Interesting.
All right. Now
interesting waveform.
We're back to stereo. It's very limited.
What other hair and beauty products cannot.
At Cumberland Farms, there are endless ways to have a Cumby Day. And now there are endless ways to do it for less than $10. Your sailing adventure starts on beautiful San Francisco Bay. Bullying can affect you in many ways. It can stop us from being who we want to be and prevent us from expressing ourselves freely. How do you say something great without saying anything at all? At DSW, we believe in the power of shoes. If you are over 60, you should know the warning signs of osteoporosis. Unfortunately, there aren't any. You want a Christian university that prepares you for life. You need liberty. This Mother's Day,
I love you.
give the mother in your life a bouquet of smiles. Stop by Flower Shack and take home our Mother's Day rose bouquet. Introducing Baseboard Buddy, the fast and easy way to clean your baseboards. Discover something fresh at Zulily. You'll constantly uncover the unexpected.
We're past a minute.
Yes.
There's another 30 seconds to go on that one.
Yeah.
So the very, very first spot has a weird mix anomaly right out of the gate. Left channel is of like 3 or 5, 3 or 4.
The ingredients of Honest shampoo and body wash speak to what other hair
can't
and
see the
beauty
meter,
products
but
do not.
There's a weird mix anomaly. That's absolutely got to be fixed. If someone's listening to it on a laptop, okay, they're not going to notice it. If they have headphones on, you're going to go, what the heck? Because the left ear is going to drop by like 6 dB.
That's going to throw an engineer off. They're going to go, what?
Yeah, I mean, most people won't notice it except those listening in headphones, but that's an easy fix that whoever produced it should fix. And then overall levels are okay. They're peaking a little bit on the low side. You're at peaking at -3, but your average is -20. So if you just were to normalize it up to 0, go full scale on that, then your average would go up to -17. You'd be fine. So I think the levels are fine. Good.
Yeah, but normalize.
We're already at -3.
It's already
Try
minus-
going to 0. So it tops off at
we'll go to
0.1.
0.1.
All right, then rescan it, and then you'll see the new average RMS is -17.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Okay.
You know what? I didn't get to do that for this one. I want to be fair to everybody. This one around -14, -15. That's good. That's a good. That seems to be a nice hot mix without going over off the rails. So we just did 9. We just did 10.
And that's all.
And that was the end of the.
That's the female commercial demos.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot came in late in the afternoon. So
That's awesome.
I want to make sure we get as many people on here
I'm
as
really
we can.
amazed at how many that were sent in.
Absolutely.
That was
all
cool.
right. Well, we're going to take a break right now because we really need one. And we'll be right back
coming in too.
Yeah, with the male commercial demos right after these messages.
Learn the latest in voiceover technology
Business.
at good old-fashioned acting.
Hey, Paul, I really like your suit. Where did you get it? It looks good on you.
This is VOBS.
All right, I need to speak about one of our wonderful sponsors here, and that's Source Elements, the creators of Source Connect, Source Connect Now, Source Live, and VISDN. New thing out there on the market, VISDN, and we haven't been talking about it that much because it's just been so bleeding edge, but you know, I've heard some users now talking about that they're making use of this technology in their home studio today, and it is the real deal. So in a nutshell, if you have an ISDN codec, a Zephyr Extreme, or a Musicam Prima, or some kind of ISDN hardware, it's collecting dust or draining your bank account because the service is too darn expensive, you might want to check out VISDN or Virtual ISDN from Source Elements. That lets you take your existing ISDN codec and plug it into the internet. But you actually have real SPIDs, so you can make and receive ISDN calls. This is not a bridge. And on top of that, you can even have redundancy with 2 internet connections feeding into your ISDN box. So that makes it even more reliable than a traditional ISDN line. So if you want to go check it out, definitely go over to Source Elements, source-elements.com, and get an inquiry and a quote and see if it makes sense for you in your studio. We'll be back after this next spot, right after this.
Hey guys, this is Tom, also known as the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants, and you want to fill your ear holes and your eye holes with Dan and George and the Audio Body Shop. Ah! Meow! Snails like it too.
Are you confused about how to set up and maintain a professional quality voiceover studio? No wonder. The information out there is mostly mythology. This is the best microphone to use. You have to have a preamp. You need a soundproof booth. This software is the best. Your audio must be broadcast quality. Consult with someone who knows the truth. Someone who's been there, in the trenches, doing voiceover for over 30 years. Someone with unparalleled experience with voiceover studios, who's worked with hundreds of voice actors and designed hundreds of personal studios. He knows how to teach and cares about your success. In one of the harshest environments known to voiceover, your home. Dan Leonard, the Home Studio Master. Separate myth from fact and get a handle on your personal voiceover studio. Contact the Home Studio Master at homevoiceoverstudio.com. Drop off a specimen of your dry audio for a free analysis. Alrighty.
We are back.
We're back.
In the dark. What happened to our sun?
Come back.
There it is. There it is.
Beautiful sunsets in Hawaii.
Indeed.
Of course, this is a sunset with smoke from the Thomas fire.
I know, that's what it looks like.
Over the horizon.
So we got a few questions already that came in from that first segment. So we've got some stuff about production, and we also have some tech stuff. So we'll do a few production questions about the demos we've got so far.
Yeah, let's start with the tech demo question, the third one right here.
Third one down?
Yeah,
okay.
from Maxine Dunn.
Hey, Maxine. Tech demo question. What should you do when you get a finished product piece of work, MP3 from a VO client? I would call that real, some real content, R-E-A-L. No, R-E-E-L, that you'd like to use on a demo, but they've done all kinds of processing to it that just doesn't sound great. Yeah,
well,
you know what?
It's happened to me.
Yeah. What do?
You say, I don't like the mix. I've done demos before, and I'll play it for Marcy, and she's like, where are you?
Right.
You know, where's the mix? And I will go back to the producer, and I'll say, this isn't about you. This is about me. Let's remix this, or let me remix this, or let somebody I know who knows how to mix this.
But are you going to get that luxury with an actual spot produced by a production house that went on the air? They're not going to remix it for you because you want a different mix on your demo.
If I know them really well, it helps being who I am.
All right,
and I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah,
but you gotta you have to let people respect you, and you've got to say this is not right. And this is with people who I respect. And I'm like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
So
well, I think it's a very much a depends thing, because if you're not in any way related to what's going on the production side, it's going on the air and that's it. It's going to be what it is. I think the thing is though, if it's a real spot and it really was on the air and it's a good spot and it's a national spot, something recognizable, you got to throw it in there. Mm-hmm. I mean, people are going to know when it's not a good mix. They're not going to know it's you that did it. They're going to know it was the actual mix.
Which is comes with our next question here. Fred North asks, seems like a huge number of national ads. Are these people really doing them, or is that just demo copy?
Well, do you know the answer to that?
Well, I know the answer to that.
Well,
the answer is you don't know. And if you can't tell, that's the sign of a good demo.
It's a good demo.
I mean, and sometimes it's like, you can tell, it's like, yeah, I've heard this copy before, but you weren't the person on that spot, and that's a dead giveaway.
You don't want to use familiar copy. You definitely don't want to use copy from some website's demo library or a copy library.
Right.
No, never do that. And you also don't want to use copy from a massive multinational brand.
Right.
That is very easy to know whether you were the actual reader on that. If you do a Coke ad, you probably better have actually done that Coke ad.
Yes.
Because the people out there hiring, they know who
you
did
weren't
the
on that Coke
They
ad.
know. So,
all righty.
Anything else?
One more question here from Gary. He says, to clarify mono versus stereo, all audio is in mono. It's in the mixing that turns it into stereo primarily for the background music. Well, the music is already in stereo, and that's why it gets mixed down into stereo.
All audio is in mono. I don't know if that's quite what we're talking about.
No.
All voiceover tracks are mono because it's one voice, one mic, one track.
Right.
That is mono. It's the stuff in the background that's mixed in stereo. Okay, Gary, I see what you're getting at. But
all right. Yeah.
What's this from? Well, one last one about
Michael
production.
Blaha. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
The last female commercial middle cut sounded like telephony. It jumped at me. I guess if you have very few jobs like that under your belt, you just better your commercial demo, or wait until you have enough to create a whole new telephony demo.
Okay, I see what you're coming at, Michael. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was mixed so differently, and the style was so seemingly different. It did seem more like a telephony thing. So that would be one to just probably drop off that demo. So
alrighty,
we'll save the rest of these, and there's going to be more coming in, but we want to get into the men's spots now, which I think there's twice as many of them.
Yes.
So we're going to move quickly.
We're going to move through these really quick.
Yeah.
And these are men's spots tend to be. Anyway.
I'm not going to try to analyze every one of them the way we were. If one's way out of the ordinary, I'll scan it and check the RMS.
Let's put it up here behind us. So
all right, let's do that.
All right. Got to use the DAW view 2017 while it's still 2017.
That's right.
Okay, here's number one. Now this is a British gentleman.
New Lego Jurassic World set.
No, it's not.
You can capture the dino by building the tracker, and the chase is on.
Windows 10 is scary to a lot of people, but it's actually the same operating system you know and love. Just smoother, faster, and smarter.
The indomitable nature of the human spirit. That's what's happening here. And with 80,000 people helping you to realize your wildest dreams, we'll get you there.
What happens when you're stuck? You eat cookies, but that doesn't work, so you panic. When you panic, you pull out your eyebrows, so you become scared. When you're scared, you cry in the closet. Now you're a clueless, cookie-hoarding, eyebrow-missing closet hermit cowering in the dark, when you could have just gone to Czech study.
I don't always want you to help me. I want to figure it out on my own. I'm about to make something that I know will make you proud.
Hey, Venus, catch! Throw it back! Oh, sorry. Never mind. No, you can keep it. It's all good.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little something kind of comical at the end.
Yeah, no, that was great, and it's not overly modulated. It's very clean, and it shows a lot of contrast and a lot of different characterization within it.
Yeah, if this is for TV, I'd say the mastering is about right. It could be a little bit hotter maybe, but I think it's overall pretty good. Levels are, there's a good variety. It's not all squashed on one level.
Right.
It's a mix in stereo. The mixes sound familiar. The voice seems to be always prominent. I'd say that's pretty good. Pacing was good, right?
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
Nothing dragged on too long.
All right.
Okay.
Good first male spot.
Good start. Okay.
Here's the second one. Totally different.
Uh-huh.
Let's see where this one goes.
Introducing a tennis shoe like no other. Performance meets bold innovation. Forget what tennis used to be with the Nike Court Air Zoom Ultrafly. Now at Foot Locker. It's the place where you can be yourself, where life happens and treasured memories are made. Whatever home means to you, we'll help you find it. Zillow. Devour a 3-patty, 24-ounce fat burger with all the toppings and become a member of a daring group. Belts and pants that fit are so overrated. Take the Triple King Challenge at your neighborhood fat burger. Isn't it time you had a rewards card that fit you and the things you do? Get double points on all your travel and dining purchases. Chase Sapphire Preferred, so you can. Want to be entertained anywhere you want? Well, get it all with Netflix. Choose a plan and start your free month today. Check out the view from the fast lane in the all-new Camry Hybrid. Command the road at every turn in stylish comfort and powerful efficiency. Toyota, let's go places.
All right. The production quality was fine.
Excellent.
There's nothing wrong with it. It was just very samey.
Yeah, it's the same voice doing different copy, and even though it sounded like the same copy.
Yeah,
it's gotta nail you between the eyes.
It didn't really seem to mix. There wasn't a lot of mixing going on with different styles. The levels are always pegged, so it seems very obvious these were all mixed and produced at the same time and then mastered all at the same time.
That's what you call a brick wall limiter. It's like, boom, it's just -3. They didn't go any past that.
I mean, technically nothing particularly wrong with that, but every single spot is exactly the same. So it just sounds like those were all done in one shot.
Yeah.
So, let's break it up a little bit. Let's mix up the production.
All right. Here's the next one.
When you switch to AAA insurance, you could save an average of $447. Compare that to Geico, State Farm, and Allstate. AAA insurance, helping you save more. Light it up and break it loose. Introducing new Liquid Wrench professional grade penetrant and lubricant. Now, rust has nowhere to hide. You do chic. You do fast. The new Tesla S3XY. You do sexy. You do you. Introducing free-range checking from Wheatland Bank, inspired by a wayward hen named Matilda. It lets you roam without all the worry. You could travel up to 25,000 miles in any direction and still get your ATM fees covered. And then, like an angel's whisper, the zip slides up.
Okay.
Too long.
Too long. Yeah.
That one has another 45 seconds to go past the 1 minute mark.
Yeah, come on. Nail him right between the eyes the first 5 seconds, and then not, it's kind of a weird thing. But.
2 things that stood out. The very, very first cut, the music on that is familiar. It came from a very familiar music library.
When you switch to AAA insurance, you can...
Oh, yeah. No,
that music I've heard on podcasts from years ago. It's probably from GarageBand or some stock audio track that comes with the Apple. Right. Not a good track to probably choose in it, not right out of the gate. The third or fourth cut, the pacing was much too long.
Right.
Like we get the mood you're trying to get, but once we get the mood, boom, move on.
Move on.
Catch us off guard. Don't let us lull into and he's going to finish the entire statement. No. Keep us off guard. Keep it moving.
Right. Next one. Well, this one's a little different.
Okay.
It's very quiet. I can't wait to hear what this one sounds like.
What started out as an old country store back in 1969 has turned into an authentic home-style tradition. The outdoor landscaping tools you can get from Lowe's make my job so much easier. Besides, it gets me out of doing the dishes. All of the security features in the world can't protect your home if the system is left turned off. Activate from anywhere using your smartphone, tablet, or computer.
Here at Whole Foods, we hold every one of our products to the highest standard of freshness, taste, and nutrition.
Hi, I'm an Ocean Spray cranberry grower. We've created a bite-sized fruit cluster, combining crunchy granola and sweet, chewy cranberries. The way you drive could endanger the lives of children. Watch for school zones and stay alert. The future is ours to protect. You saved and sacrificed for retirement, and now it's here. At this point, you'll need to make some very big decisions. You have questions, and we have the answers.
Okay.
All right. You start.
It's a little quiet.
It's a little quiet. Yeah, it's not mastered, really. It's not.
No, it's not compressed at all.
Limiter or anything to kind of punch up the average volume. It was averaging about minus 23.
Yeah.
At least 6 or 7 dB too quiet.
Right. It's got to be. And you've got a couple of really loud spikes in here, like there and there. Those should really be down with everybody else, and everybody else should be a little.
That's
bit
what
louder.
A limiter does. It does it really well. Then why is there dead air at the end?
And why is there dead air on the tail? Now I've been told
it's not a problem technically.
No
one's going to notice there's dead air. They're not going to.
I would say on an audition, it's a trick that some guys will use.
Why?
To put a long tail on it, because if clients are listening to individual auditions, and it's like, okay, wait for this one to be over, and it's still going. They think it'll make the client linger on that voice again.
Okay,
I don't buy it.
I don't know if I buy that one.
Right,
that's what he was thinking. It seemed a little bit homemade to me.
Yeah,
but otherwise not bad. Really not bad. The acting was good. The rest was good.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
Mono.
Yes.
British Nitrogen, the driving force behind F1. Sometimes you can't always be with the person you really want to be with, but Moonpig can help with their handy little free app. Add a message, a photo, and send a perfectly personalized card from wherever you are to, wherever they are. Be fighting fit in 4 weeks at Six Pack. We've got Zumba, squash. Six Pack's more than a workout, it's an experience. It's not rocket heart surgery if you fit a smart meter with a power readout. Animals live at London's Paradise Park. Tickets on sale now at kidsdayout.org. When people built the first houses, they wanted to be safe and well protected. And that need is exactly the same today. From a terraced house to a football stadium, you can be sure that your building is compliant. So, how can we help you?
No complaints, really.
Well, it sounds a little bit different because that was done in the UK.
Production styles might be a little
very,
different.
very, very different. It's a more of a relaxed style. And although I've heard British stuff that is like right in your face, Europeans are very different about it.
I think the levels look good. They're not super squashed. Again, it's a mono mix. Does it matter? I really don't know. Probably 95% of the time it doesn't matter. But it's just something I noticed when I listen to something.
There was a lot more emphasis on the person's voice than there was on the production.
Right,
which I like.
Yeah, I like that from a production style. That's a nice thing.
This one looks a little bit more dynamic. Let's give this one a listen.
New LEGO Jurassic World set. You can capture the dino by building the tracker, and the chase is on.
Windows 10 is scary to a lot of people, but it's actually the same operating system you know and love. Just smoother, faster, and smarter. The indomitable nature of the human spirit. That's what's happening here. And with 80,000 people helping you to realize your wildest dreams, we'll get you there. What happens when you're stuck? You eat cookies, but that doesn't work, so you panic. When you panic, you pull out your eyebrows, so you become scared. When you're scared, you cry in the closet. Now you're a clueless cookie-hoarding, eyebrow-missing closet hermit cowering in the dark.
Oh, we already heard this one.
Am I crazy? You've heard all of them.
Yeah,
so
several
you know
times.
what they all sound like, but I've never heard that one.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't
Maybe he was using the same copy.
It's possible. I don't listen. I'm not listening to the copy because I'm not a voice actor. I don't think about what's being said.
All right.
Production wise, it was fine.
Yeah.
I have no complaints about the production. Really.
Okay. Next one.
We've all got this place inside of us, that when a spark of inspiration touches it, our passion ignites. Well, you've had that spark for a while now. The hunt is on. This week, G5 Outdoors Montec Broadhead 3-packs are $29.99. Wild Game Innovation Commander War Paint Sticks are just $9.99. And Under Armour Men's Camo Cold Gear Liner Gloves are only $19.99. All due respect to stealth aircraft, super carriers, and the M1 tank. But sometimes, all a soldier really needs is a good screwdriver. We come early to bask in the magic of baseball, to see our kids smile at their heroes, to enjoy the company of our families. And though we never take the field, we are part of the team. We love food. We love everything about it. The feel, the smell, and certainly the taste. We celebrate with fruit. We gather around vegetables.
Right.
Yeah, it starts to drag as you go on. It gets things kind of stretch out. You're waiting for the next spot to come.
Right. Excite them with every spot. Make them, make sure that they're like, I got to listen to the next one, and catches them.
Start fast, maybe slow a little bit in the middle, and then ramp it up at the end.
again.
Don't let it go like this, down. But production's good. Levels were good.
Yeah.
Voice was always up front, never muddy. I don't think.
No,
So,
it was actually pretty
generally
good.
pretty good. This will be the last one, right? And then we'll take a break, come back, answer some more questions,
And we'll look at some narration and some promo stuff.
Oh, cool!
All right.
This has been all commercial up until now, right?
So let's listen to one more commercial one here.
There is a place where the ordinary is extraordinary, where once upon a time is once upon a day. Come to the place where dreams come true. Disney Resort and Hotels. 25,000 mornings, give or take, is all we humans get. We spend them on treadmills, we spend them in traffic, and if we get lucky, really lucky, it dawns on us to go spend them in a world where a simple sunrise can be magic. 25,000 mornings. Make sure some of them are pure Michigan. When you smoke, you inhale over 4,000 chemicals. It's a toxic mix of poisonous substances, including ammonia, acetone, benzene, and hydrogen cyanide used in rat poison. And smoking delivers it straight into your body. Television. Television was about channels. It was black and white, then color, but it was on somebody else's schedule. Then came the internet. We thought it had everything. Now there's television redefined. It's
All right, so I'll start this one maybe
Go
just because
ahead.
I opened my mouth. It's mono. The mix is kind of low. The levels start to dive off in the middle. It just seems a little somewhat amateurish. And the music on the first track. How many times have you heard that song? I've heard it on a million things, so maybe a little overused.
Right. And the Michigan spot was done by Tim Allen. And it's like, well, clearly not believable because
you know who did the actual spot, and it was a celebrity.
Right.
Okay.
You need that. You need to create this, what do they call it? The illusion of the first time.
Okay.
which is a theatrical term.
I like that.
Yes, and that negates that a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we're going to take another break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to listen to some narration and some a little bit of promo stuff.
All right.
Give an idea what those are like. Right here on Voiceover Body Shop. Don't go away quite yet. We got a lot left here.
Style. Power.
You're watching the home of the NFL.
The all-new iPhone.
Reserve your Disney World season pass now.
Through all the runny noses, 3 a.m. coughs.
An all-new American Crime Story, tonight on FX.
This week only, it's Pasta Fest at Olive Garden.
Heart rate, prime. Blood pressure, perfect.
I grew up with the classics, and now with StubHub, I can get authentic tickets to the best shows.
The all-new Chevy Cruze from $16,995.
Be inspired, then get the beauty that's uniquely yours at Sephora.
This week at Home Depot, it's our Garden Fest sale with up to 30% off all garden tools, sod, and seeds.
Hi, it's J. Michael Collins, and these are just a few examples of the first-class demos my team and I are producing. If you'd like to have something similar, visit jmcvoiceover.com and click on the Demo Production tab to find out more.
You know, there's all sorts of great VO-related products at voiceoveressentials.com. Since we're talking about all this audio stuff, it's important. Check out Harlan's Signature Series products like the VO1A Studio Condenser Mic and the Harlan Hogan Signature Series Super Comfortable and Flat Response headphones. There they are. It also seems that mic port pros are in short supply everywhere except at voiceoveressentials.com. Last time, used mic ports were selling for close to $400 when there was a shortage. Some sellers are claiming to have units, but when you check out, you'll get a back-ordered message. Others are selling used mic ports as new with no warranty. VoiceOver Essentials is an authorized reseller of MicPort Pro and still has a sizable quantity of these units ready to ship right now, just in time for Christmas. That means you can be sure you'll get a brand new unit with a high-quality USB cable, instruction booklet, and travel pouch, all with a 1-year factory warranty and our 30-day no-questions-asked return policy. The Centrance MicPort Pro is the easiest way to record and much more than a simple XLR to USB adapter. The MicPort Pro is a portable mic preamp with a built-in 24-bit 96 kilohertz broadcast quality AD converter. It captures the cleanest signal, making it the ideal choice for professional recordings. The built-in headphone amp, studio-grade control knobs, and 48-volt phantom power make it a go-to choice at home and on the road. Go over to voiceoveressentials.com. Best way to go there, go to the bottom of the page, click on the link with Harlan's picture on it. Just click on that icon. It will take you right there, and you can get your MicPort Pro because he's got them. Thanks, Harlan. We'll be right back.
VoiceOver Body Shop. Learn the latest in voiceover technology. Learn how to get rid of that. VoiceOver Body Shop. 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on VOBS.us.
All right, we're back. A couple of questions we have here.
Yep.
Let's
go find those.
Let's go find them. They're down there. Going down.
Is it up or down?
It's down.
Down.
Okay.
Down.
Down. Okay.
Your up is down.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, one more. Got to keep going. There's a few more. Okay.
We got this one. We got like 4.
We did that one.
This one.
We didn't do the top one.
Right.
All right, Maxine's asking me, not a tech question. How do you juggle your schedule and schedule your time between doing studio and consulting work and doing my voiceover work?
Oh, question for you, yes.
Yeah, well, what did I say about
your time management?
Time management.
Yeah, so
it's like if somebody sends me something and I've got no voice work, I take care of it. Voice work takes priority most of the time because studio stuff can be done. It's not so immediate unless something is broken.
You're not dealing with too many emergencies, thankfully, right?
Right. No, you're the emergency guy. George, 911.
Tend to be, yeah.
Okay. Fred North, I get a low-grade hum when the electric vent for the water heater comes on. I also feel a slight vibration in the floor. Is this physical sound or electronic? Can I tell? Well, send us a copy and we'll figure it out for you.
Put your head on the floor. literally put your head on the floor. If you don't like doing that, take a glass and stick the drinking glass open side down on the floor and put your ear against the bottom of it, turning it into a transducer. If you hear that noise prominently through the glass, it's physical vibration. If not, it's probably electronic.
Right. Okay. We answered the Gary's question here.
Okay, good. There's another one near at the bottom that we should get to.
Yes. There it is.
Yep.
Best sites for inexpensive, royalty-free, or common licensed music for mixing stuff.
That's a good question.
Just type in royalty-free music.
Yeah, that's a good question for people that produce demos.
Yeah.
That's not me.
We don't. That's the thing. And I've been promoting this. George and I are probably the only two guys in this business who don't produce demos.
We're not coaching. No, we're not producing demos.
So don't ask us. I mean, if I could produce demos, I would, but I leave that to everybody else who's doing it.
Yeah,
because the competition is stiff. Alrighty, let's go on to a couple of mail promo.
I'll dovetail into that.
Okay,
it is very important that the music you're using is properly licensed.
Right.
It must be what they call buyout or royalty free, meaning you have the permission to use that ad infinitum on the internet. No one's going to come after you. YouTube's not going to flag your video saying it's copyright material.
Yes.
Super important.
You own the library that you bought.
Or at least that one track.
Right. Okay. All right. Mail promo. Promo is very different. It's got to be intense. It's got to be, male genitalia to the wall.
Right. Promo for sure.
Okay. All right. Let's give this one a listen here.
Playtime is over.
The president is back in office.
Russia's looking for a showdown.
And this time, it's personal.
He's coming after my family.
Designated survivor. The season premiere of Baskets.
I'll be the man who throws pies.
Is what dreams are made of.
You'll be the man who takes pies in face.
Baskets, only on FX.
Oh, good. It should be a good show then.
The Crown.
The whole relentlessness of it all
weighs heavy on her heart.
And your mother, and your sister, and country. In fact, it never stops, not for a minute.
Yet her head remains high.
If only.
The award-winning Netflix original series returns. The queen of fashion.
I think you have on a very nice suit. Now let me see about this tie here.
Plus the king of funny.
Oh, see, Steve wouldn't handle it well.
Hell no, I ain't gonna take it well.
Equals an all-new Steve with Nene Leakes.
Okay.
So the lengthwise, we cut it off at 53 seconds. It goes for another 20. I don't know what length for a promo demo should be, completely honest.
No.
But, maybe keep it on the short side.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
You're right. And of course, it starts off with Kiefer Sullivan, not the promo guy. But it's a promo, and you've got to learn how to talk between those cuts, which is how promos
Well, that's
are
the
done.
point. It shows that you know how to work with the SOTs, and you know how to
exactly.
The mix sounds good. It's not overmodulated. It's not distorted.
Right.
The voice sounds clear. There's sections in it where the voice has that super lots of top end boost promo sound to it, which sounds it sounds familiar.
Right.
Those sound like real spots, so that's a good thing.
All right, next one.
Tonight, on the season finale of Better Call Saul,
I am gonna fix things.
Jimmy is less of a good man.
Jimmy, this is what you do. You hurt people.
And more of a good man.
I have a huge announcement to make.
Ellen's giving away a brand new car. Plus many more surprises.
You ready?
It's season 15 of Ellen. Critics are calling The Handmaid's Tale addictive, exceptional.
Everybody answers to God.
The best new show of 2017.
The price of love is sometimes high.
All episodes now streaming on Hulu. All summer long, they've gone head to head.
Brother versus brother, Beach Edition.
And only one will take the title.
I will beat Jonathan this season. That's all there is to it.
This Halloween,
I saw something.
the nightmare isn't over.
I felt it.
It's just begun.
I won't comment on length. That one was exactly the same length as the last one, so clearly there's some thought put into how long.
Might be the same producer.
Could be.
Somebody who knows that's the length of a proper promo.
It would seem that way. I mean, those two were produced in a similar way.
Yeah.
Again, I have no complaints. It sounds like a promo person was involved. They know what a promo should sound like, the pacing.
And that's the most important thing.
The styles changed. So it started at one level, then it went up to a brighter read, then So there's changes in energy level throughout, which keeps you wanting to listen to it.
Contrast is essential.
Really good demo.
Yeah.
I'd say.
This one, apparently from somebody different.
Okay, this is mono.
On land or at sea, is there anyone who can be trusted?
You still don't trust me.
Fear the Walking Dead, Sunday at 9, only on AMC. And catch up on episodes streaming at AMC.com. Two pros, two amateurs, one culinary battle.
That's not how a pro does it.
Can you tell who's the cook and who's the con? Cooks vs. Cons, Thursday at 9 on Food Network. Dig in. This is your light switch, your break room, your carpool. But just so we're clear, this is your boss. Swamp People starts Wednesday, 16th of May on History. America's best singers battle it out, and music's biggest names help make dreams come true.
Wake up, wake up.
They're on the bike.
Adam, Blake, Christina, Pharrell, The Voice. Monday and Tuesday at 8 on NBC. Some dads will do or wear.
Good thing I carry a sewing kit, Mike.
That wasn't Pat Duke on that. That wasn't Pat Duke doing the Swamp People thing.
No.
He's the guy, and it wasn't him.
No names. Not supposed to mention names tonight.
Sorry.
Yeah. But boy,
we know who it wasn't. Let's just put it that way.
This is pretty full. I mean, that's a lot of waveform there.
It's beyond full. It actually is clipping. And I'm going to actually, just because I want to show you that it's clipping, if we look at the peak amplitude, it's above 0. It's actually clipping at 0.66 dB above 0. So got to be really careful about that. Did it sound clipped? No, I didn't hear clipping, but it was indeed clipping. So make sure that's mastered correctly. Average level -13, so hot, but that's really kind of what you expect for a promo mix. Something that's pretty in your face, grabs you, and grabs your attention. So
yeah, all right.
And in mono, I like stereo, but you know it's television. Does that still matter? Does it? I mean, it seems like now it would matter for television how it's mixed. So I don't know. What are we doing?
I'm going to
those script.
No, I'm actually looking for the next.
Oh, okay.
The next demos here.
Cool.
Which are.
Just want to make sure we don't reveal anything on camera we're not supposed to show.
No, there's no names. Okay. I took all the names off.
Okay, good. I'm just being extra protective.
Right. All. Okay. All right. Let's go to let's get some female stuff in here.
Okay.
A female narration. There's one. How fortunate for us.
I'm glad we got it, though.
Yes. Female narration. Here we go.
In this video, we'll give you a quick overview of what DFP Small Business is and what the key steps are to get started. DFP Small Business is a free hosted ad solution service to help you manage, prioritize, and track the ad campaigns in your growing online advertising business. DFP Small Business offers a complete toolkit for managing both directly and indirectly sold advertising. It includes streamlined trafficking, advanced forecasting and reporting, targeting options, integrated revenue optimization, and access to the world's largest pool of advertisers.
All right, so that was one script.
One script.
Now, is that typical for a narration demo? What do you know?
No, that would have been an audition.
Yeah.
It was, if you're going to do a narration demo, it's got to have different contrasting styles.
Yeah.
And clearly be different productions. That's just an audition.
Yeah, it seems like an audition with music thrown in behind it.
Absolutely. All righty. We got a couple of this. We have some male character ones that I wanted to play.
Okay.
Let's see here. Male.
No new questions. So I'm just keeping an eye out for questions. I don't see any new ones.
All right. Let's do these three here. Number one, male character.
Male character demo.
Okay. Now this is a little different style.
Don't touch me. I require your blood and skin for grafting.
Karma, Mr. Gaddis. Ruined a woman's life. Drove a man to suicide. That butcher's bill can't go unpaid forever. Do you know Mr. Yosef Masiri? He owns a shop down the street. Talk to those two over there in the corner. Hasim knows him well. Be careful playing Hasim, sir. He's been playing here for 20 years. He knows all the tricks. The war is meaningless. When both sides have weakened each other sufficiently, all the world will meet its true masters. I have come a long way, Zola. Waste my time at your peril.
As a character demo, he showed a lot of different range of character.
Right.
The production on it sounded like games, which is what it's supposed to sound like.
I would think so. It's a character demo, but it's a game character demo, I guess.
I think that was specifically what it was for.
Yeah. I think it sounded fine. I'm not very familiar with the genre, so I'm not going to comment on lengths of clips, whether they're too long or too short.
Right.
I don't want to think of it the same way as a commercial, but production was solid and the levels were good. It was stereo mix. Things that I like were all there. So,
all right,
bravo.
Another.
It's not about being yourself. It's about being badass every moment of the day!
Oh, you brought me a new blazer. How wonderful. What is this? I specifically told you I wanted you to press my blazer. This is ironed. It's ironed! See this tattoo? It's an atomic explosion.
I don't know, man. That kind of looks like a muffin.
Vermin, I guarantee you, it will be rat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Do your worst, you big old psycho. I'm getting free food every day.
Okay. Yeah, they all sound like different productions,
which I think is good.
Right, and it's showing a lot of variety, and technically, it looks like it was perhaps self-done.
Maybe, I don't know. It's that, or it's somebody that just they've got a lot of real material and they just cut them together into one demo. It's possible.
Yeah. Got to show contrast, though. It's like character, established character, established character, established character, established character.
Yeah.
Each one of these ran a little bit long. Sometimes people are like, I want to show them what I did.
Yeah.
Well, start off closer to what you did as opposed to leading up to what you did.
Yeah. I guess I could say that. The levels start to dive off as you go along. You can see that on the screen now.
Right.
Now, this is what kind of demo is this?
This is another male character demo.
But you can see how dramatically different the mastering is on this one.
Okay.
With my arrow swift and sure, I will make this kingdom pure. With my sword of shining truth, I shall... Oh my god, I am so sorry.
I don't care if you're the chosen one or not. When Akosa took you, I was losing my mind at the thought of never seeing you again. I realized... I love you, Katrina.
Now, son, this is gonna hurt me a lot more than it's gonna hurt you.
Ow!
Well, what do you know? That didn't hurt me at all.
Back off, chickens. That's all I got. Wait a minute. Easy. Easy. No! No! Not the ice! Not the jewels!
When Lester wants me to be scary, I go into dragon mode. Hey, maybe I should try that.
Lots of cool stuff. Loud. It gets you right off the bat with the singing and stuff. It's like, okay, now keep me entertained all the way through.
Yeah, it seems like a character demo produced by a commercial mixer that likes everything to be the same volume, very consistent level, peaking. And so it because of that, it sounds like they were all done at the same time, I think. So that may be a giveaway. And I just don't know what they're listening for in terms of that, but it's very consistent.
Right.
Maybe
and that's
too consistent.
Right. And technically, if you're consistent, that helps a whole lot, unless you're just consistently dull. But we're not allowed to comment on that. And that wasn't necessarily the case with this particular demo.
No, it wasn't dull.
All righty. Well, that's going to do it for demos. I mean, we went through a pile of them. People sent me a pile. I mean, I went through all of these this morning, and I'm like, okay, this one. We didn't get to all of them, but we will. We appreciate everybody sending them in. Yeah, if you don't think we got to all of them, imagine how many we were actually sent.
We got quite a field of them, which we really, really appreciated. Thanks a lot. I mean, I hope that you guys got something out of this. You know what? I'll say that I'm not someone that hires, so I have to be really careful not to comment on things I don't know, that I can't say is the right, what's normal? Is it too long? Is it too short? Commercial is probably what I'm most familiar with just because they're so common. Right. Yeah. And I've heard most of them.
Most of the ones we've heard today, though, sonically were okay. There were just a few that were too quiet.
Right.
Which is really what we were looking for. Is that a problem? It should be. You've got to be able to be heard, and you've got to be heard above the din, but you don't want to drive it down somebody's throat.
Right. And we were listening tonight, and I'm a headphone addict, and you'll notice I kept mine down here all night. I was listening to this on speakers that are about 14 feet away, maybe. They're across the room.
We got them cranked, though.
And we had them cranked loud, and so we were kind of experiencing them the way they might be in like a, your home theater at home, listening to on your TV, which to me makes them sound even more familiar, the way they would be in context with the real thing.
Even though most guys are probably listening to them on their laptop speakers.
Well, that's the thing, you don't know.
You don't know. Make it so it sounds like you're in some sense-around studio, like in an IMAX theater.
Yeah.
Even though they're listening to it on their laptop.
Yeah, I'd say.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to say goodbye for 2017. And so don't go away. Still a little bit left here.
Are we at minus 4 dB? We're at minus 4 dB on VOBS.
Having dinner tonight? How about having some VO too?
Voiceover Body Shop.
Have some voiceover with your dinner tonight on Voiceover Body Shop, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
Your dynamic voiceover career requires extra resources to keep moving ahead. Now there's one place where you can explore everything the voiceover industry has to offer. That place is voiceoverextra.com. Whether you're just exploring a voiceover career or a seasoned veteran ready to reach that next professional level, stay in touch with market trends, coaching, products, and services while avoiding scams and other pitfalls. VoiceOver Extra has hundreds of articles, free resources, and training that will save you time and help you succeed. Learn from the most respected talents, coaches, and industry insiders when you join the online sessions bringing you the most current information on topics like audiobooks, auditioning, casting, home studio setup and equipment, marketing, performance techniques, and much more. It's time to hit your one-stop daily resource for voiceover success. Sign up for a free subscription to newsletters and reports and get 14 bonus reports on how to ace the voiceover audition. It's all here at voiceoverextra.com. That's voiceoverextra.com.
All right. We're back. All right. Well, that's going to do it for our show on demos. We've done demo demolition derby before.
Way back when
and that was a lot of fun. But this was a little bit different. And again, we just wanted to look at technically how those worked.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Next week on this show, it's Christmas, so we won't be here.
That's right.
We're taking a couple of weeks off, and then January 1st, we're having a New Year's Day party here. Not exactly sure what we're going to do, but there will be people here, and if you're in the greater Los Angeles area, write to us at theguys@VOBS.tv and let us know you'd like to come to the New Year's Day party here at the VOBS studios. Who are our donors of the week?
Okay, scanning the donors. We've got some donations coming in with first one from Andrew Kaufman. Thank you, sir. Eric Aragoni is in the list here. Thank you, Eric. He does not miss a show.
Never.
We've got recurring donations from Graham Spicer. I think for some reason I may have done a weird search because I don't think I'm getting them all. Let's see. Let's do another little quick search here. Okay, Aragonian, Kaufman, Eric. Why is it showing like, seems like it's favoring some here?
Okay, well, thank you folks for your donations.
Yeah, Keith North, there we go. There's some new names. I'm like, the same names over and over again. Doesn't make any sense. Keith North, Ryan Seacrest Foundation. Oh no, that's donating to the Ryan Seacrest Foundation. And Graham Spicer.
Okay.
Keith Norton. Right. Okay.
If you'd like to make a do all you got to do is go up here. There's a thing that says donate. Because, as you know, we need help for 2018. I got a lot of work to do before the end.
The hardest thing we're having right now is finding someone to actually be our technical director, floor producer. We have interviewed and partially trained 3 different folks.
And they flaked on us.
All 3 of them. Once they got here, realized maybe this is not for them. And so tonight, I ran the show myself. I think, because of prep time, it went okay.
Yeah.
But we sure would love to have somebody out there to pitch in and train with us and be part of the team. So,
right. So if you know somebody or you want to do it yourself, let us know. Again, the guys at VOBS.tv. Let's see here. Show logs. We get those from Jack DeGolia.
That's right. He's still doing them, putting them in the comments on YouTube. They're also posted to our Google Drive, but the comments on YouTube is the easiest place to read them because they're time indexed.
Right.
So whatever you find, it'll jump right to that point in the video.
All right. We do have a podcast of this. This ought to make an interesting podcast.
I think so.
People are going to hear lots of different stuff. I mean, you can imagine driving down the highway. Promo.
This sounds real. This sounds real.
This sounds real. And that's probably the real test.
Yeah.
People should listen to the demos in their cars.
They should. I agree.
Okay.
We're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes, anywhere podcasts are found, and we're also live on the internet on Mondays at 6 p.m. and 9 Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah. And we have that chat room. It's fun. It's interactive.
There are people there tonight.
It's a show within a show.
That's right.
And we can get your questions answered.
And we'd like you to fill in our survey as well, which is right up here somewhere. Just click survey.
We appreciate it.
And if you want to be in the studio, we got some great guests coming up in January.
Mm-hmm.
God willing, the creek don't rise.
They're in the queue.
We're trying to get them out here.
We're going to wait to announce them until they're official.
So if you're in the greater Los Angeles area, come join us. Again, right to the guys at VOBS.tv. That must be the main portal to you and I, the guys at VOBS.tv.
It definitely is.
All right. Let's see. We need to thank our sponsors, of course. Harlan Hogan's Voiceover Essentials.
Voiceover Extra.
Source Elements.
VO2GoGo.
Voice Actor Websites.
And J. Michael Collins Demos for providing uninterrupted live streaming and bandwidth.
Which we got tonight.
Yes, we did.
All right. All right. Need to thank Marcy for letting us be out here in the... out in the garage, and for picking up Pokey for us.
Hey.
Let's see.
Catherine Curden, our wonderful producer, who's been with us for a long time.
She has, almost as long as we've been here.
Thank you.
Thanks tonight to Paul Stefano for running the chat room.
Thanks, man. He stepped in the clutch.
Yeah, and to Lee Penny for simply being Lee Penny. All righty.
And for us for everything else.
And because we do everything else. All righty. Well, that's going to do it for us for 2017.
Yes, right.
Join us on New Year's Day, and everybody have yourself your last night of Hanukkah. Have a good last night of Hanukkah. Mm-hmm. Have a Merry Christmas. I'll let you say have a Merry Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
And a Happy New Year. That's going to do it for us this week. Thanks for tuning into Voiceover Body Shop. I'm Dan Leonard.
And I'm George Whittam.
And this is
Voiceover
Body Shop.
Or VOBS.
Say, switched up on you.
Yeah.
Have a Happy New Year, everybody, and have a happy holiday. We'll see you next time.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks.